Hey everyone, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today we are at the back of the truck because I've got a new item that I want to share with you. This is actually a bulletproof hitch for the back of our 2023 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD with the Duramax Diesel. So I'm going to show you what comes in the package whenever you get your new bulletproof hitch. And I also want to show you, kind of why that I chose to go with the bulletproof hitch and how to size this up to fit your truck. So we'll jump right into it with what's inside the box whenever you get it. So as you open the flaps up on your box, you're going to have a packing list, and then you're also going to have a product information guide. There's a whole bunch of accessories that can go along with this hitch, which we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and start unpacking this and see what and all's in here and what this looks like. First thing, we've got our pins in here that hold the dual ball onto the hitch itself, and then a couple of locking pins, and then our bulletproof hitches grease. So we can start pulling out layers of the foam. This will kind of make it a little bit easier to get down to the hitch. We'll go ahead and pull out 3 layers. You want to check this because if you order other items, sometimes they will put other items in there. In this case, I got a locking pin to lock this onto my truck. This is kind of like cheap insurance because you buy a nice hitch like this, you don't want somebody just coming up and pulling your hitch off your truck and taking off with it. So if you lock it on with one of these and it's nice and secure, and they're going to have a lot of trouble getting this off your truck. So as you can see what you've got in the box too, you've got your main part of your hitch, and then you have your dual ball set up. You've got your 2 5/16 ball and the 2-inch ball. So the hitch I ended up with was a 6-inch drop, and I'll show you how you take your measurements in order to get what hitch you need for your vehicle. Bulletproof does have a guide online that you can go to and check all these measurements, but I'll also put it in this video. So one thing I'll have to say about this hitch, this thing is beefy. This is a really heavy-duty hitch, and I can't even hardly believe that they make one rated more than this. This one is rated for 22,000 pounds, and they actually do their extreme duty that's rated for 36,000 pounds. So they pretty much have a hitch covered for any weight ratings or anything that you would need. So why did I end up choosing the bulletproof hitch? Well, it's because I wanted a hitch that could do pretty much everything. I have a utility trailer that the tongue height is a different height from what my dump trailer is, and then that's also a different height from what my horse trailer is. If I pull a hay wagon or something like that, I actually can do that with this hitch. That's actually one of the accessories that you can get for this. So I kind of wanted a hitch that was kind of buy one hitch that will do pretty much anything and everything that I want, and I don't have to keep up with a whole bunch of these different hitches. And I don't want to have 3 or 4 different drop hitches. This particular hitch is basically one hitch, one height, works for one trailer, and that's it. So let's go ahead and put this on the truck. We'll check it out, and I'll also show you how to get your measurement on choosing the right drop hitch for your truck. So in order to measure to see which hitch you need for your vehicle, you're going to park your truck on a level surface, and you're going to measure from the ground to the bottom inside lip of your receiver. As you can see, mine is right at 21 inches. So that's what told us that we needed a 6-inch drop for this truck. So we'll go ahead and slide this thing in here. And there's nothing to it. You just slide it right in, line up your holes. And then we do have the locking pin. So we're going to slide it through. So when you unlock this pin, it comes loose. If you go ahead and lock it back, you're ready to put it back on. You actually just slip it on, and it clicks into place, and it's locked in, can't come off. It comes with another pin to lock it in here and to keep it from sliding back and forth. So this is for different size hitches because this pin will actually work for up to a 3-inch receiver, and this one's a 2.5. So with a 3-inch receiver, then you're not going to need this little keeper right here in order to keep it from moving around. Once you have your hitch locked onto your truck, you're going to grab your dual ball mount and your stainless steel pins. You slide them right through the holes. and put your keepers on there. And you're ready to tow. Up to 22,000 pounds with this hitch. So as you can see, there was nothing to put in that hitch on. It goes on just like any other hitch. But there's a few cool things about this hitch that made me choose to go with this. And full disclaimer, they are now a sponsor of the channel, but they were not a sponsor of the channel until after I had purchased this hitch and made this decision on my own. So with that being said, the reason I chose this hitch was the simple fact that one hitch can pretty much do everything. One, it's going to last a lifetime. This thing is built so heavy. Also, it's going to fit a variety of trailers that I have. I can move that hitch I can just adjust the height of that hitch in just a matter of seconds. And I can use it on my dump trailer, my horse trailer, my utility trailer. They have a whole bunch of accessories that you can get that will go right up to this hitch to make it usable for tons of different applications. If I use the hay wagon, they actually have attachments for a clevis hook that you can put on there in order to hook to hay equipment and farm equipment. So for instance, if you want to use a pennel hook, they actually have a pennel attachment that you can put on here that will make it pennel ready. You can also get a step attachment so that you can put that in your hitch and have another step besides your bumper, so it's going to bring your step down lower, and then you can kind of stair step your way up your truck. Also, I don't have it on here. I just have the standard dual size ball mount, which has got the 2 5/16 and the 2-inch ball. But they also make one that has the trailer sway control ball mount. So if you have sway bars on, say, your camper or something like that, then they have the ball attachment that actually will set up to be able to use those sway bars on this hitch. They also have the extreme duty shackle attachment, so you can pin that on there. So if you like to tow people out of the mud and that kind of stuff, it gives you a good big a ring or shackle to be able to hook to in order to do that. They also have the 2-inch receiver mount, and the 2-inch receiver mount actually allows you to be able to hook things to this like a bike rack or other accessories that don't use a 2.5 or 3-inch receiver. Stay tuned, because we are going to have a bunch of videos with towing and using this bulletproof hitch. We've got videos coming up hauling gravel and loading our trailer to about 14,000 pounds. That's another reason why that I bought this hitch, is because there's no way that you're going to have to worry about your trailer hitch being a weak link on your vehicle. This is like a cheap insurance policy and a very good peace of mind. And you can't hardly put a price on peace of mind. When you're going down the road, you know your load is secure, you know your trailer is locked onto your truck good, you know the hitch isn't going to fail. And if there's something that goes wrong, it's not going to be the trailer, having a failure where it's attached to your truck. This is a very smart investment to go with a hitch like this, one hitch that does all and a hitch that is rated for more than what your vehicle is rated. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I appreciate you checking out the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back with you. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.